Hello, welcome back to my channel, Divine Libra Wisdom. I'm back again with a weekly check-in reading for Taurus. Yeah, so this is a day late, but as I explained in the other videos, it's a lot going on lately. Had a winter storm come through, so a lot of stuff. That, and of course other things that happened, so that's the reason also why I did not do any videos last week, but I did post under my community tab, so if you want to go back and look at your messages for last week, you'll find that under the community tab. So this week, this will be for the week of January 26th, even though we are on Tuesday of this week. But nonetheless, I'm getting it up. I will also plan to do a collective reading here shortly after these get uploaded, and I may take a little break, and then you'll see me again with the collective reading upload. Later on this week, I will have some pick a card readings later on this week, so look forward to that. Yeah, so let me get all my little disclaimers and things out of the way, and we'll get right into Taurus's reading. So yeah, if you're new to the channel, thank you so much for tuning in. If you are returning to the channel, thank you so much for tuning in as well. Both groups, please consider subscribing to the channel, so that way you know when I drop new videos, which will be soon. Obviously, I just stated that. And what else was I gonna say? Yeah, as you're listening along, make sure you like the video, make sure you share the video to a friend, or just someone you may know loves tarot and oracle card readings. Yeah, leave a comment down in the comment section. I don't know why my mind just went blank there for a second, but yeah. Again, subscribe to the channel. The decks that I'm using, they will be in the description box below. If you want to book a personal reading with me or get in touch with me, the way to do that is by looking in my description box and emailing me, or you can leave a comment in the comment section, and I will look at that and get back with you. In the unlikely event that someone is posing as me, I don't think that they will. I'm still fairly new here, but just in case, don't get got. Yeah, don't get got, because I do not solicit for readings. If you want to book a personal reading with me or do anything like that, you have to contact me, okay? Take what resonates, I think that's easier, or pretty self-explanatory, but sometimes I think people take these readings as law, and they don't realize that when you're reading for an entire collective, things may not apply and things may apply. So it's for a group, so that means that everything is not going to land or be for you. So the only way to really get down to the nitty-gritty and have things apply to you is if you get a personal reading. That way the person is one-on-one, the energy is focused on you, and you can go from there. Okay? But I just felt the need to say that because, yeah. Yeah. Anyway, as far as noise is concerned, I am at home, so, there may be, home noises, especially when you live in an older place. You may hear little creaks and groans and things of that nature. And it's very cold here. Well, it's warmed up some, but it's gonna get cold again later on tonight. But where I am, like I said, we had a winter storm, so it's still, things are trying to thaw out, but it's likely gonna refreeze right back over. So yeah, all that to say that the heat may kick on, so you may hear that. Hopefully it's not too loud and you can still hear me. Okay. And yeah, if I forgot to mention anything, just apply it as you would in my other videos. Excuse me, y'all. But yeah. So with that said, I'm gonna get into Taurus's reading so we can get through this and wrap it up. And I can go on to the collective reading, but I am going to take a little break and come back again later. Unless I'm not tired by the time I finish this, you know. But I kind of want to go, I need to do some other things after this. So either way, we'll see what happens. But yeah, so we're going to get into Taurus's reading and get some channel messages for you, for you if anything comes out. Taurus's, before I started doing this reading, I don't know if someone is baking cookies somewhere. It could be a different apartment. Funny enough, I think I do have the stuff to bake cookies, but I was not thinking about cookies at all. But for some of you, that could be on your mind. I'm also seeing someone maybe wanting to like go to like a cafe, something to that effect. You know, like go to a cafe and just work from there, or just, you know, sit in there, get a, you know, cup of coffee or whatever your drink of choice is, and you know, just kind of sit and sightsee, people watch, that type of thing. So you could be wanting to kind of hang out like that. I know for me, I love going to a coffee shop, bakery, and getting something good and just sitting there with a good book or doing some work, whatever. So that could be on your mind, but also getting more so that baking is on y'all's mind. So, and of course, Taurus, we love our comfort foods. And I say Taurus, when I say we, I'm a Taurus rising, so I definitely feel that. Definitely love things that are comforting and homey and make you feel warm inside and all that type of stuff. So baking could be one of the things that you do to relax, to bring comfort, or, you know, you just like, you know, what is it called? Pastries. You just like pastries. So, yeah. That could be on your mind. Some of you could literally be baking cookies. Especially if, you know, you're home and if you have little ones, you may be like baking for them, and you all, you know, because I'm seeing someone with their children, you know, baking with them in the kitchen, like baking cookies up and, you know, making some hot cocoa, and they're sitting there all on the couch and, you know, watching the snowfall, or, you know, just kind of just taking in everything and just being cozy and, you know what I mean? That type of stuff. So that could be what some of you all are doing. Or that could be something that you would like to do. Maybe this is something that you're kind of, kind of future forecasting in a way. That's kind of what, whenever you get this type of weather, it makes you think of like a family that you want to have in the future. So some of you could be thinking of along those lines as well. And let's see. Do we have any other channel messages for Taurus? A lot of future type things, but I just got fortune favors the brave. I don't know why that came out, but that's what I'm hearing. Let me see. whenever like those things come up, I always like to look them up and just see exactly what that means. Because you know how you kind of hear sayings, you know, as you grow up, you know, as you go along, you hear these little, you know, these little sayings every once in a while. Fortune favors. Okay, I see fortune favors the bold and fortune favors the brave. So let me see. Okay, so yeah, so fortune favors the brave or bold is a proverb meaning success often comes to those who take risk and act courageously rather than waiting passively. So that could be something that you all are dealing with or thinking about as well during this week. All right, so we're gonna get into the chords. I didn't get a channeled message or channeled song for you all, like in for Libra and Cancer's reading. So I don't know. Maybe it's just music is significant for those two signs. But anyway, we're gonna get into it and see what we get here. I can't remember. You got a card that came out in the other reading. I want to say it was Cancer that this came out of, but I could be wrong. I don't know. I can't remember. I can't remember directly, but whatever. Whatever. Okay. So let's see. Right off the bat, you all could be dealing with Virgos, a Virgo or Virgos. You could be dealing with who is it? A Libra or Libras. You could be dealing with Aries. You also have Capricorn down here and Sagittarius. Okay. All right. So let's get into the cards. Actually, let me hold on one second. Let me just see something real quick. Yeah. Okay. So yeah. Okay. Sorry, whenever I do that, like, yeah, or I pause or something, that means like messages are coming at me and I'm like, whoa. My mind be going faster than my words or faster than I can speak out. Okay, so the first card you got out is the Hermit, Archangel Raziel. And it says, spend time in quiet meditation, spiritual teaching, self-discovery. So with this card, I'm really focused on self-discovery. I feel like during the start of this week, your mind, again, could be on very much on like the self, very much on comfort, discovering more about yourself, what it is that you want, what it is that you like. Finding or engaging in the things that bring you comfort. So this is very much a time where you're very like focused on the self. I feel like you're very you could be like very to yourself as well, since you have the Hermit card there, and the Hermit is all about kind of going within, being self-reflective, also kind of like assessing things, and just kind of like analyzing things. So this could very much be a time for you to really, go over a lot of things. You could be kind of it's a similar message to what Libra got, because theirs was all about kind of relationships. So I think yours is more so it's, your relationships, but it's also, again, more about the self is what you're assessing, and, yourself versus your outside world. So it can be, yourself versus relationships, partnerships, work, what was I trying to say? Everything, like everything, any and everything that, you encounter on the outside, in the outside world. Yeah, you are, you know, trying to sort of figure things out for yourself, if that makes sense. And so then you get the oracle card that came out with that is surrender to the divine, and this is the full moon. Yeah, whenever I see like full moon, it always makes me think of full circle, coming full circle. So whatever this self-discovery that you're finding, the things that you're reassessing and going back over, you could come full circle, and it can make you, you know, kind of want to surrender to what you find out. So yeah, I feel like it's a lot of, again, being to yourself, kind of self-analyzing, and just surrendering to the facts of how you feel, what it is you want, and going from there. Okay, by midweek you have this card, Balance, and this is Archangel Zadkiel. And it says, the need for balance and moderation, cooperation and compromise, wait for the perfect timing. Oop. So yeah, this is all about like finding your footing, getting balance. This also makes me, whenever I see balance, it also makes me think of the Temperance card. Even though Temperance is Sagittarius, and you have Sagittarius out here, I feel like balance makes me think of Libra, but also makes me think of the Temperance card, which is Sagittarius. So you could be someone that you may have Libra and Sagittarius in your chart somewhere, or, you know, maybe it's like a rising sign for you all, or moon sign, whatever the case may be. Or you could be dealing, like I said, with those two signs. But there could be a need for you to find balance when it comes to your self-discovery, and that could be a part of why you got the Hermit card that came out, because you're being asked to take a step back and, you know, self-analyze yourself, analyze the environment that you're in, the job that you're in, the people that you surround yourself with, and again, yourself. You know, you're being asked to sort of figure out what works and what's not working, if that makes sense. Okay. And so you have that the oracle that came out is the end of a tough cycle approaches, and this is full moon in Capricorn. So yeah, I really, and this could be like, because I'm hearing like stagnant, kind of like feeling stuck, stagnant energy. So whatever it is that you needed to reassess, once you do that, you know, this can be an end to that tough energy or that stagnant sort of energy. And this is going to help you kind of smooth your path out and give you a way forward to be like, okay, I know what it is, where I'm going wrong, where I feel like I'm falling short, and I can move accordingly. Okay. Sorry, y'all. My ear is itching. Okay. And then by the end of the week, you have the Emperor, Archangel Michael. This is organization and logic, structure and discipline, leadership. And this is Aries in the tarot. But I also, whenever I think of like organization and logic, it makes me think of Virgo. And you have, where is it? The Hermit. Yeah, you have the Hermit card that came out with this as well. So, again, you could be dealing with someone who's a Virgo, Aries, or they have both of those placements in their chart. And, you know, you're very, by the end of the week, you're very like structured, you're very organized. Like whatever you did at the start of the week, you're applying it by the end of the week, and you're applying that, and it's allowing you to be more objective about things. It's allowing you to be more organized with your feelings, as well as your what am I trying to say? the things that you're trying to accomplish, more organized with your feelings, more organized with your plans and what you want to do going forward. Okay. And then also, for some of you, you may need to take on a leadership position or a leadership role. You may be called to do that, and you're rising to the occasion. And I feel like, I don't know, whenever the Emperor comes out, I feel like this is someone who's very well equipped to handle any type of leadership roles or duties or anything of that nature. So yeah, whatever is going on, I feel like you got it. Especially with, when this oracle comes out with the luck on your side. This is new moon in Sagittarius, and you have that arrow, bow and arrow thing right here. So yeah, to me, this is like shooting your shot, or, not just in the sense of, shooting your shot to a person, but also shooting your shot to a specific target that you want to get or hit, certain goal, certain manifestation that you want to bring to reality. So yeah, all in all, I really get a good sense that you all are Tauruses. You're very, like I said, some of you may be dealing with Virgo, or you may have it in your chart, and I get the sense, even the way that I'm speaking as opposed to how I was in Cancer and Libra, this feels more serious. I feel like Tauruses, you're more serious this week. Your energy is, you're very matter of fact, very almost robotic in a way. That's how I feel like I'm speaking now. But no, you're very serious. You're very serious this week. You're very to yourself and wanting quiet time, because the Hermit says quiet meditation time. So yeah, you're very much in your bubble. And you're just really trying to figure things out. And I think by the end of the week, you do find that out. You do figure out whatever it is that you're trying to figure out, and you go from there. All right, so let's get your affirmation here. Yeah, very fitting. This is it is safe to put myself first. Again, it is safe to put myself first, and this is by the author, or I don't call her author, but she's the creator of these cards that I use a lot. I'll more than likely use this for this deck for the collective reading, but yeah, I really love this deck or whatever. But yeah, I believe her name is Abiola Abrams. I believe that's how you say her first name. If not, then I don't mean to butcher it, but but yeah, Abiola Abrams, and your affirmation is, it is safe to put myself first. Okay. All right. So that was your reading, Taurus, for the weekly check-in. Again, sorry that it was late, but I had a lot going on. I think I am going to take a little break, but I will be back. So you'll see me in the same shirt or undergarment, the same tank and sweater. So you'll see me in the same thing. I'll be right back. But I want to get these uploaded, of course, and then I'll take a little break, and I will come back and do a collective reading. So I will see you again shortly. Bye, y'all, and see you next week. Do all the things. Like, comment, subscribe, share, all the things. All right, have a good week, and see you next week. Bye.